Welcome to GameVault HQ. Today, we're diving into a hidden gem from the PlayStation 2 era, TimeSplitters. Released as a launch title for the PS2 in 2000, this first-person shooter is often hailed as one of the most innovative games of its time. But what made TimeSplitters so special, and why does it still resonate with gamers nearly a quarter century later? Let's break it down. Imagine this. It's the year 2000. The PlayStation 2 has just hit the shelves, and gamers are hungry for a new experience. Enter TimeSplitters, a game that didn't just step onto the stage, it shattered expectations. Developed by a team of former Rare employees who had previously worked on GoldenEye 007 and Perfect Dark, TimeSplitters brought a fresh and frantic energy to the FPS genre, one that had been previously dominated by PC titles like Quake and Unreal Tournament. At its core, TimeSplitters was a love letter to classic FPS gameplay, but with its own twist. The game's single-player mode wasn't just about mowing down enemies, it was a race against time, as players battled through various eras, from the 1930s to the far future, collecting artifacts while being pursued by the titular TimeSplitters, an evil race hell-bent on wiping out humanity. But what truly set TimeSplitters apart was its multiplayer mode. This wasn't just a tacked-on feature, it was the beating heart of the game. With support for up to 4 players via the PS2 multi-tap, TimeSplitters offered a dizzying array of game modes, from classic deathmatch to the innovative virus mode, where one player is infected and must spread the virus to others. The sheer variety of maps, characters, and weapons made every match feel unique, ensuring endless replayability. TimeSplitters didn't try to compete with the gritty realism of other shooters of its time. Instead, it embraced a more cartoonish, almost comic book-like style. Characters were exaggerated, environments were vibrant, and the whole game had a playful, almost tongue-in-cheek tone. This approach gave TimeSplitters a unique identity, one that distinguished it from the pack. Running at a smooth 60 frames per second, TimeSplitters was one of the fastest shooters on the PS2. The fluidity of the action, combined with responsive controls, made for a gameplay experience that was both exhilarating and accessible. One of the standout features of TimeSplitters was its Map Maker mode, which allowed players to create their own levels. This was a rarity at the time, especially on consoles, and it added an incredible amount of depth to the game. The tools were simple enough for beginners to pick up, but robust enough for more experienced players to create intricate maps. This mode extended the game's lifespan, as players could share and compete on custom maps long after they'd exhausted the built-in content. While TimeSplitters didn't quite reach the commercial heights of some of its contemporaries, it was critically acclaimed and quickly developed a cult following. Reviewers praised its fast-paced gameplay, innovative multiplayer modes, and the sheer fun factor it brought to the FPS genre. The game's influence can be seen in its sequels, TimeSplitters 2 and TimeSplitters Future Perfect, both of which built upon the solid foundation laid by the original. Even today, TimeSplitters is fondly remembered as one of the PS2's standout titles. Its legacy is one of creativity, fun, and a willingness to push the boundaries of what a console FPS could be. If you've never played TimeSplitters, or if it's been a while since you last visited its time-hopping chaos, now is the perfect time to dive back in. It's more than just a nostalgic trip. It's a reminder of a time when games didn't take themselves too seriously, when fun was the primary goal, and when developers weren't afraid to try something different. TimeSplitters isn't just a game, it's a piece of gaming history. Whether you're a fan of the FPS genre or just looking for something a little different, TimeSplitters offers an experience that's as fresh and exciting today as it was back in 2000. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to GameVault HQ for more deep dives into gaming's greatest hits. What's your favorite TimeSplitters memory? Let us know in the comments below.